It's time for the first episode of the second season of Office Hours, where we're coming back together with Jenny Ruechel and Mike Stetzel from Colorado. Jenny, how are things there? Let's hope it's cooled down maybe a little this week. I haven't even asked. I know it was incredibly hot there last week.
I know. I'm always telling you guys how cold it is, and all of a sudden it's literally been 100 degrees every day, which is really hot for Colorado. Like I know we don't like touch like Arizona or Nevada kind of temperatures, but it is super hot for Colorado. I feel like I'm gonna like step into an oven every time I go outside. So definitely loving the air conditioning that I have right now. Absolutely.
Very thankful for it. And it's been a little warm around here, Mike Stetzel. I think it's probably been warm up your place. Really humid, and
Yeah.
and back into the we're seeing the Canadian wildfires again today. How about up your way?
Yep. We had some haze over the weekend. Today's a little bit better. I'm glad. I'll speak for all three of us here that we've chosen not to strike in our very, very high-paying entertainment positions we have here. We want to bring Pay Protect people the beginning of season 2 on time, and we're here to help.
There you go. Mike bringing the, yeah, luckily we are fully supported with the WGA and SGA, but we are not members. So the work must go on. And today we're going to bring you a tip, a tool, and a solution. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a 10-week season where every week we bring you a tip, a tool, and a
Yeah.
solution. And we're going to start this week. Each week we'll switch back and forth on the tip and the tool between Mike and Jenny. Mike, you are first up to bat. What tip do you bring for our Pay Protect partners today?
Today I bring a tip that will enable you to get your bonus quicker. And this is called getting your merchants boarded. And that's how you get paid your bonus. They process that first $300 in Visa, MasterCard. Some of you may be doing this, but if you're not and you live near your merchant, go to their location once they have their terminal and offer to hook that up for them. That way you can get the one machine unplugged, make sure they batch it out first, and get ours plugged in. The sooner the better. If you're uncomfortable and say, you know what, I'm new at this, I don't know the equipment, we have an activations team available 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and these are some of our top tech support and customer service agents that are employed in this role who call our merchants or will take your inbound call and help you get that merchant set up. Does the merchant want to add inventory to their Pay Anywhere account? They'll help you. They know the answers. They're very good at what they do. There's an outgoing call made to your merchant, but it may not be as quick as you want it to be. So get out there, help get them installed, pick up the phone and call your merchant if they're across the country. Tell them you're going to walk them through this with the help of our activations team. However you do it, let's just get them processing so you start making money. Tip of
I like
today
it.
for the first episode.
For the first episode of season 2. And I would add this, have a plan. So if you want to get paid your bonus, realize that bonus, first of all, your activation bonus is for as soon as they get up and processing and process that first $300. And if you're working on a full point of sale system with the POS Pros team, or maybe you're working with another third party and you're a reseller, they're going to have a plan because there's going to be a whole plan, implementation plan for that. But if you're not with that, ask questions of the merchant. When do you want to make the switch over? When's a good time? Maybe, I hear this a lot. They'll say, hey, we'd like to make this switch over on a day that's convenient for their bookkeepers. And a lot of times that means the first of the month or the first full business day of the month for them. Well, then have a plan to make sure their system is fully tested, run a few test transactions, a couple pennies here and there can really help a couple days before to make sure you have a plan so that you don't have the hiccups. Because the other thing on those bonuses, and Jenny, I'll ask this, the bonuses for the multipliers are paid based on what? What should they be thinking about that when they're trying to get them activated?
Equipment. Absolutely. So the amount that you're going to be paid upon, you're going to get more if you place a Pay Anywhere versus you'll still receive a bonus, but just in that lower tier if you place them with a Deja Vu, Valor, or one of those POS systems. So always keep in mind of the equipment as well, and that will determine the bonus amount.
And the 12x and 15x bonus amounts, or the 6x, I believe that's 6x on the global and first data accounts.
Yep.
Make sure I barely ever see those anymore.
It's four, to be
those,
honest, but yeah, we don't see them much.
And also realize it's based on the first full month of processing. So as we stand today, it's July 17th as we record this. If you got someone onboarded this in the next 2 weeks, their first full month would be August. But let's say they start August 4th, their first full month is going to be September, and then you have you have to wait for everything to clear. It's about 45 days, give or take a few days before it's paid. So getting those activations and planning and helping your merchants do that, the basic thing, the tip, that's a great tip, Mike. Just be proactive about it. Let's get them activated. None of us make any money unless they're processing. So let's get them going.
Excellent.
So Jenny, you have, in fact, I need to pull it up here. I'll make sure I'm ready for you. But what is our tool of the week?
Dun, dun, dun. Tool of the week is going to be our equipment pricing list. So we do keep this updated as we start to add or maybe even remove equipment, right? So if you go to mypapertech.com, as Nate is showing you now, we have our equipment pricing list and we have all the pricing for you guys. We have our Deja Vu and our Valors, which has just recently been added. We also have Pay Anywhere and their monthly fees. So I really like to use this as a tool because it has everything all in one. What is the cost for all the equipment? In addition, are there any monthly fees? So I feel like this is a really handy item just to help when you're trying to find the best solution for a business.
And as we record this tape, we're not live on YouTube today, but I am noticing that our SaaS fees on the smart terminals are incorrect. They should just read $14.95 on those. So I will say we will correct those. So if you're reading that on the screen right now, the basic fee is $14.95 now so in fact, all of them are actually off. They all need to go up $5.
Yep.
So hey, that's what live is for. That's why we're going to.
That's why we update it consistently, right? So we'll make that update and it'll be all correct.
Yep. So here's what we know. Mike or Jenny are going to reach out to Josh afterwards. He's going to make the updates and it'll be done by the end of the day. And most likely you will have not seen this by the time. So you can go and check and see if we got this updated properly. But I'm going to bring back over to the screen, go over to another tab here, over to payanywhere.com, where we have a new device. It's the PAX A77. It's a smart terminal mini, as we're calling it, but it simply is the A920 in a thin form factor. I don't know if we have better screenshots here. If not, waiting there, but here you can see.
Yeah,
it really looks like a iPhone to me. I mean, it is that's kind of device that it is. And so, as we're moving forward, I think this is a great device. It has the capability to do everything the A920 does except for print a receipt. So if you have a business that wants to work in that world, or they want to add second or third terminals, or this is a great device for a food truck. Go find the food trucks that are using those devices. It has the capability to do LTE. The newest version, I think, actually has 5G. I don't know if this does. I haven't read through the specs, but this is a fun device. Anything you guys want to add is we've added this in the A77. It's $14.95 a month. It's basically the same setup as the smart A920, but this is A77. It's just a smaller, streamlined. Let me get my words right.
You got it.
Device there.
I think one thing is this is not the same smart terminal mini we had before, you guys.
Yes.
So Nate's point is, yes, it looks like an iPhone. It's much cooler looking. The smart terminal mini before looked just like an A920, but with no printer. This is way cooler. I see why you're excited, Nate.
Yeah, if you look, I'm going to see if this shows, but they've got a little animation over here as it flips through. But underneath is where the chip reader goes in. On top, it has the swipe. It has you can set up with the user accounts. It actually has a camera up here, and it works with a Face ID. I am not confirmed whether that works on Pay Anywhere yet. I know it's coming, but I'm hoping it does.
Very nice.
It's got just some really sleek. It's just so sleek. And if you go over and search the PAC A77s. I'm not going to do it live because it won't work. I just know it won't. But there are some really good docking stations. So if you have a merchant that wants to buy 3 or 4 of these, and you have quick service restaurants, I wouldn't use this in a full service restaurant. It's still not ready. But a quick service restaurant that has a very streamlined system, not looking to doing basically paper tickets or doing one tickets, but they want to do like a little bit of line busting. This would be helpful for that. It's great for farmers market. My word, just go to the farmers markets, especially those who live like in nearly 12-month a year round farmers markets. And now I don't around here in Indiana, all the farmers markets have places they go indoors. So they are working year round and they're processing, I was at my Broad Ripple Farmers Market this past Saturday, and I was talking to one of the people that was using a square, and I asked, how much do you process weekly? And she says, I'm doing 8,000 a week. Between 3 different farmers, farmers market, between 3 different farmers markets, and they were using Square. And I'm like, man, we've got something that can really help you out. We'll see if that does, but I really think farmers markets, food trucks, this is going to be a great device. I'm excited about it. That is our tip our tool, and our solution of the week that's ready for you to go help some food trucks, to go help some farmers markets, maybe some other things in QSR world. As we close out, I haven't told Mike or Jenny this. I'm going to choose one of them to give the closing word of the week and encouraging our partners to go continue selling, growing. I'm going to let them do it. Mike, I'm coming to you in a second. Most weeks we will broadcast this live on YouTube. We had a couple things that we're kind of working through, including a new software build this week for broadcasting this. So we're doing a recording and I'm going to upload it to YouTube. But make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. And Mike, are you ready to tell our partners a word of encouragement?
Yep, I am. I think at this time of year, you may have been on vacation already. You're trying to get back into the swing of things. This, we can consider it a hyphenated word potentially, but dig in. I know it's easy to be, you want to relax. You've been on vacation. I know the feeling, but you got to dig in again, or before you know it, it's going to be September and things are passing you by. So dig in, get out there, and get in the car and get out and about and meet some people.
Awesome. And one last thing, if you're watching this sometime between July 18th, 19th, or 20th, and you happen to be in the Chicago area, Mike Stetzel and myself are going to be at the MWA conference. We would love to meet up with you. Just email Mike or myself, nmanahan@paprotech.com or Mike at
Mike at
pptdesk.com.
PPT Desk.
And you can reach out to us, and we would love to meet up with you. We're going to be watching that, watching out and trying to meet as many of our partners, pre-partners, anyone. We'd love to meet up with you. We'll see you next time on Office Hours. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, you
See ya.
guys.